Okay, so the first step is going to be real life inspiration. You see, the most interesting thing about a hero is how they could exist in your real life. That's why some people find Superman a bit boring. Like, how realistic is it that someone's just going to come from a planet shooting laser eyes? But people like Iron Man, because, well, he doesn't have powers, but he created a suit to give him powers, which is like real life inspiration from people who maybe weren't born with like disabilities and invented things to get over that. It feels like it could happen in real life with a real life billionaire like Elon Musk or something. So for this image to represent that, I've took a inspiration from Usain Bolt because he's like the closest thing to like a real life speedster. You can also take inspiration from movies and TV shows. Like, I took inspiration from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for this drawing, for like the style and the dots and the more comic-y look. Is Red Bullet. Step 2 is interesting powers. No one likes a hero with boring powers. Like, Daredevil has interesting powers even though they aren't overpowered. So a power doesn't have to be really powerful for it to be interesting. Sometimes the most interesting thing about the power can be its limitations, like Superman to kryptonite, or how Deku from My Hero Academia hurts his body every time he uses his powers. For this character, I've chose someone who can control temperature, which isn't a very common power and isn't too overpowered. But as my interesting limitation, I've made it so that he can't control which temperature he makes it, which means he can either make an object really hot or really cold, but he doesn't know which. Step 3 is an interesting personality. This is the most important step because no matter how powerful his powers are and how much limitations he has, or who he's based off in real life, it would be boring if he didn't have a good personality. Some characters with boring personalities could be their main trait. Like a character who is completely boring and doesn't like doing things could be the interesting thing about the character. But if this isn't done right and the character is just neutral and boring, who would want to read your comic, book or watch your movie? Also, a personality has to be varied, and keep in mind, you can't have a character that loves peace but eats meat, because if they loved peace they wouldn't eat animals. But also, it would be interesting to mix up the powers and the personality. Like a really powerful and vicious fighter who has the power to heal people. Anyway, that's me. Bye.